there's a plant like just in front of my viewfinder, so I can't see myself. So I'm forced to look in the lens. I like that though. I like that though. We're gonna make coffee. Of course, I'm like this kind of minimalist YouTube guy, so of course I have an interest in coffee. I usually go to this local place here where I live and buy my beans from there. But as I am from Sweden, I thought it'd be fun to make like some kind of experiment and try and make coffee using only stuff you can buy at IKEA. By the way, I have my mic up here. Like on this lamp, and it's slowly turning away from me. Where I need to. There we go. I have literally duct taped it to the lamp, but it works. It works. Okay, so I'm gonna use only stuff bought at IKEA. I bought this scale. I bought the pour over equipment. I even bought the beans at IKEA. I think I paid $2 for this bag of beans. So. Yeah. The filter is rubbish, but I guess the canister, it looks cool. I'm thinking of keeping that and switching the filter out for one from Ovalware. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It's a great store. So we're gonna start out by measuring out about 30 grams of coffee. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, there we go. This was the one that I could find when I was there. I don't know how much I paid for it, but let's see what we can get out of it. This makes for great content. Oh shit. If you are using an electric grinder, I suggest that you shake it ever so slightly in between rounds. Just to even them out. I hate this when this happens, when like half of the grounds just won't come out. Little tip, if you're gonna remove remaining coffee like this, first off, I don't suggest to use an electric grinder, as I said, because this is gonna happen. And secondly, unplug it before you stick your fingers in. That sounds basic, but I have had friends that have actually lost fingertips because of them being stupid. Okay, that is basically all. I don't have the patience for this. I'm gonna grab my phone because now we are gonna set a timer, turn the scale back on, like so. We have our coffee right there. Put that away, just even that out a bit. I hate going down and just put my fingers into the coffee. It just feels like I'm destroying it. Then I just make like a little twirl down the middle. I don't know if that's something you're supposed to do. It's just my personal preference. I just do that. And then we are gonna pour up to about 100. By the way, this kettle has been in my family for 100 years. That's why I'm using it. It's not the best. It's highly unpractical. If I don't wear a glove whilst pouring, I'll burn my hand off. But it's so cool that it's been in the family for so long. Up to 100. There we go. 30 seconds. And then we're gonna slow pour up to about 500. There we go. And make sure to pour slowly all the way through. I can see right away that this filter is not doing much for me. Since it's been grounded so unevenly, a lot is just pouring through. And we're gonna have some pretty cloudy coffee. I'm gonna let this finish. Just pour through. I need to stir. I forgot the spoon. So far everything apart from the kettle has been bought at IKEA, which is insane, really, that you can start making specialty coffee using stuff from IKEA. Let's see if I can throw this down the sink and not hit the camera, because the camera's right. Yeah, you get it. Let's never talk about that again, shall we? I need a cup. let's use a cup from IKEA, because that seems to be in line with what we're doing here today. Okay, so this is what we've ended up with. Doesn't look very good. I'm not very excited to taste this. The thing is, when you buy something like this for such a small amount of money, you can't really expect any more than this. So like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay that this is what I got. I'd say before I tasted that, for someone just getting into specialty coffee, pour over coffee, different methods, I'd say that this is a pretty good place to start actually, because you get what you need. The filter is rubbish. That's by far the worst part of this setup. It's the filter, because you get like, I don't know if you can see that, but that's just like from the side of the canister. You know, you need a better filter, but other than that, like, this looks pretty good. I like the look of this a lot. I'd say the best so far is the cups. I love IKEA's glass cups. I don't think I can prolong this any longer. It really doesn't smell good. Okay. So I make this. I do this setup almost every morning. If I'm in a hurry, I have an espresso machine as well, which like, if I'm in a real hurry, that's what I'm drinking. But this is of course my preferred method. I don't do French press. I don't do AeroPress. This is what I do. I don't like to drink my coffee like extremely warm. I just can't taste it if it's too hot. No one can. Why would you? I don't get why you would do that. By the way, all of my lights, I have left all of my lights at a friend's house because we were gonna have a coffee shoot, and then I forgot about the coffee shoot, and now I don't have my lights. If you look up what people say about it, people trash this coffee. And when you compare it to like the real stuff that you buy for $5 or $10 more, this is trash, of course. $2, you won't get better than this. This is actually pretty freaking exceptional for that amount of money. Put some milk in that and it's drinkable. It's drinkable without milk as well. It's just not very good. Like, these beans has been on a shelf for weeks and weeks, and you can definitely taste that. I wouldn't go as far as to say that this is disgusting or gross. It's just, there are many better options out there and many better budget alternatives as well. But as like a whole, the fact that you can go to IKEA and just buy a complete coffee setup, I think that is pretty amazing, and it's a great way for like newbies, beginners that just want to try it out, start out. I think it's a great way to, a great stepping stone, a great way to get into the world of specialty coffee. It is very muddy though. Invest in a better filter. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna buy another filter, and I'm gonna use this. Because I think this looks cool. So yeah, not terrible, not very good. It's okay. I've had much worse coffee when you start out and when you don't know what you're doing, when you don't use a scale or the correct measurements, it's gonna taste like shit. And I've also been there. I've also been just eyeing it out. This is better than if you just wing it. Other than that, I'm just gonna have to thank you for stopping by. I bet you didn't know that I was into coffee, but I am. And if you want to see more coffee related videos, I suggest you stick around and subscribe. I am just about to start a podcast that I'll release here on the channel and on iTunes and Google Podcasts and Acast and everywhere basically. So thank you so much for having me. It's so cold outside. So cold. I don't want to go outside. I need to shave as well. I look like a homeless man. I look like a bum. Am I peaking at 24 or 34? Oh, good. I'm peaking at 24. That scared me.